Hello everyone, I'm Kevin from Hidden Hill Skills and I'm going to show you guys how I made this awesome folding exercise bench. Check it out. Like a lot of others out there today, I can't go to the gym right now. However, in an effort to stay active and healthy, my wife and I are converting our mudroom into an exercise room, or a home gym. We've already begun the process and now we want to start filling it out with some equipment. I've seen a lot of YouTubers lately make their own exercise benches. Steve Ramsey, Glenn from DIY Creators, Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff, and the design I liked in particular was from Bob Claggett of I Like to Make Stuff. He made his out of metal and made it foldable. I'm going to make mine out of wood and use the same folding feature in order to be able to store it up against the wall or hang it on the wall to leave more open space in our exercise room. I added a 3-degree cut to both sides of this vertical part of the leg. The reason for adding the first cut was just so I could have the legs taper out slightly. And the reason for the second 3-degree cut was so that this final part of the leg would be parallel to the rest of the frame once this is all put together.
When creating the leg bracket, I did a first attempt with a scrap piece of wood, and through trial and error, I found the correct placement of the pivot point to allow the legs to fold up properly. As you can see, there's a gap between the two pieces of 4x4. It ends up touching right there before I can get them parallel. So I'm going to take away some material right here with my belt sander to allow it to fold up the rest of the way. Now that I've got my template design figured out, I'm going to cut out the final pieces of plywood in order to recreate the leg bracket for all 4 sides. I'm using a 1/2 inch thick plywood, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to double up the thickness.
The reason for that is I've got this 6-inch bolt that's going to be going through our 4x4 and our pieces of plywood. And so doubled up 1/2 inch is going to be closer to the actual total thickness that I need instead of using 3/4 inch plywood. Hello everyone, I'm going to explain what happened in that last segment. I went and I took this piece of plywood, used my router table, and then added these little recesses to these 2 corners. The reason for that is I have my locking pin here, which by the way is just a tow hitch pin. You can get it at Home Depot for like $4. But I realized that this wasn't long enough to make it through both pieces of plywood and the 4x4. So I needed to take some material away from my pieces of plywood in order for it to be able to fit through and lock. So now I should be able to lock it both in the open and the closed position. So the next thing to do after this is to actually drill the locating holes where the pin will go through and lock the leg either up or down. I've made the cutout for the up position, which is going to be down here, and then the down position, which is going to be right there. So I got these really long drill bits by Bosch, which I'll have a link in the description, but they're great for this project because I'm able to go through my plywood and my 4x4 all the way through in one go without having to worry about matching another drill hole on the other side. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add the cross piece for the leg, and then after that we can move on to the foam pad and the top of the bench.
For the backrest of the exercise bench, I'm going to be using this 3-inch foam pad from Home Depot. It's about 25 bucks, but there's enough material on here for 2 exercise benches. I'm also going to be using this marine grade leather for the upholstery. This is the same one Bob Claggett used in his design. You can get it on Amazon for about 10 bucks.
Hello everyone, we've got just a couple more steps left in this project, and that last one was pretty difficult. I haven't done much upholstery in the past, but whatever I've done, I've always used a hand stapler. And let me tell you, I'm glad that I had a pneumatic stapler this time around. If you're interested, I'll leave you a link down in the description below for the stapler that I used. It's pretty much the cheapest one you can find on Amazon. Now for the next step in this, even though it sounds a little counterintuitive, I'm actually going to disassemble the whole thing. The reason for that is I want to spray paint the base with this charcoal satin finish. And that's part of the beauty of this design, is I can actually take the seat off by just undoing a few screws, and then I have access to refinish or reinstall parts of the base anytime that I want. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I do that next. Alright guys, we finally finished this project and I'm super happy with how it came out. I'm gonna start using this straight away and I know it's gonna be super helpful with all the gyms being closed nowadays. If you have any comments, feel free to comment below. I know I had to kind of improvise on a few things along the way. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and if you're interested, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for some upcoming projects that we have to help deck out our home gym. Until next time guys, this is Kevin from Hidden Hills Skills. Have a great day. To those of you that have made it this far, I want to thank you for watching. This is a new channel with a lot of great content coming up soon, and I'd love for you to be a part of the journey. I ask you to share this video with anyone and everyone you know. If there are people on your social feed who would enjoy this video, share it with them. And most importantly, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time.